Good morning. When you talk for the collective or talk to the collective, within yourself, somehow you think that you need to change your frequency from the energetic holder of who Gaia is, which, in my opinion, is what your representation is energetically. And it's not that way, because you are energetically speaking for the planet, but you're also energetically speaking to the population on the planet in the same way that you look at, I have some perspective because I keep looking at this, but I'm only really kind of paying attention to the next 48 hours. And that's really what we have to do if we're going to walk through these parts of what we call the shift without bombarding ourselves with things that knock us out. So you're describing a balancing act using your ability to discern and in the perspective that you have an astrological viewfinder. I just want you to share that. Talk about the last 24 hours and how much sleep you got, didn't get, what you felt like, how the energies affected you. Can you do that for me, please?
Yes. I have been feeling inspired and not very sleepy. I've been feeling centered and blessed, and I've been feeling much gratitude. I have almost more ideas that I am able to know what to do with in a particular order, and I have no lack of profound hope and joy for the well-being of all through this shift in energy. We're navigating some challenging steps, but there's stability in the cherishing of the universe.
Sounds beautiful.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I am very well, thank you. Bright, crisp energies this morning.
My eyes were leaking badly. I had to jump and kind of save face here a minute. She was making me glide on the wings of eagles. Anyway, she does have more to share, and she has limited time, so we're going to let you run the interview, Susan. Ask her anything you want to know in the next 48 hours, and she sees it from her perspective, but in my opinion, she's talking for the collective. Whether that's true or not probably is incidental, but she has a message for us.
Pardon me for a moment while I get put on the spot and recenter.
It seems like we both are to some degree. I've not been sleeping very much, and I'm getting on this line very happily. Thank you for adjusting the time with me, and I feel somewhat on the spot too, but it's not a problem. It's just that it's an unusual schedule, but I'm happy to meet both of you here.
Oh, blessed to have you here, Sara and Sam. No, I love it. There's so much transpiring and shifting now, and I believe it's so important and vital to get as many eyes involved in this as possible. And I love your perspective, Sara. What do you see going on? I'm very curious about the second week of March and building up for me. I really don't have a great description or detail, and I didn't know if you were receiving any of that as well for that time period.
I've been more able to sense energetically this shift and anticipate it leading into the time. I haven't been able to specifically examine astrological aspects for March, as I've been feeling like there's been such an uptake in information sooner than that, which I was expecting, but even more so requiring adjustments in pace. And the inflow of ideas and inspiration has meant that even though I am inclined forwards and content to be grounded and leaning into this newer time as we're shifting. What I've been confronting now has been my attempt to be as present as possible, as usual, in the time that we have now. And I do have much credit for intuition and energy and forward knowledge through senses and astrology, but I haven't been able to academically and go through it with senses and sit to examine the particular aspects that are coming up in March. But everything that's happening now, astrologically and energetically, for me they're one and the same, has been grounded in a shift to anchor profound compassion. It's a strength. So many times compassion in some views may be seen as less than strong, but in fact it's the strongest anchor we have. And it is all surrounding. The way that we are shifting will be all surrounding as we are all connected.
That's wonderful. I think we're all so blessed and grateful to have all perspectives. You know, we got so many labels we put on things. I believe just your presence, Sara, and your knowing and the way that you express it, it is so vital to the collective and to what we're all doing.
It's my honor and pleasure.
It's a blessing.
Talk about Saturday.
Saturday is going to be a blessing and a challenge in one, as many times often are. It's a shift within a shift because it's a test at polarities, I believe, in a way, amidst the shift. So even more of an amplified test that we're getting in some challenging energy to do with some oppositions and questions the collective is asking itself and we're being asked, and as well some unified harmonic resonance, especially being led in by the sun still being closely conjunct to Neptune, where the sun represents the identity and the physical body and the illumination in the universe, and the body of Neptune represents compassion, spirituality, oneness. So what we're getting is amidst challenges and shifts and hopefully perspective for the better, but amidst challenges and amidst questions and polarities, we're also getting an illumination of all surrounding compassion anchored in stable mercy and acceptance and inclusiveness.
Very nice. I like how you your vision of the planets and what they represent to you.
The connections that we're doing right now are planetary, however. So whatever we need to do in that realm, we can figure that part out.
Right. We can do the Google Hangouts as soon as I figure out how to record it.
Yeah. Well, I'm working on that and exploring it, because if it has some solutions to speed up this process, we need to do more of this. And,
right.
and that's my larger vision as well. It's just to find people like Susan and Sara that really have a voice, and for whatever reason they need to be spotlighted in a moment, and we have the technology to do it. It's not hard. It's not difficult. And the message really isn't just for me or just for you. The message is for the larger people that we touch with our lives. And if we believe what we're doing between now and the 18th of April, which is loading all kinds of potential into the field, so that we have massive amounts of potentialities that can come to life within that next year. We have a lot of work to do right now.
We have every potential we've ever had before with us now, and even more so. We have every potential to realize the most profound and illuminating, inclusive compassion we have ever had, as we always do. But we have an even more special and accessible opportunity for that now, in this window of time between now and April 18th, through the upgrades in perspective that we're getting, and our intention to realize this.
How else would you say this? I don't know how else to explain it. People in their physical bodies are having an experience, and many of them, because they're stuck in the current system, think that they're sick. Personally, I have friends that are going through the shift of awareness, the consciousness shift, and they go to the medical field and they get medicated and put in the psych. You're not going crazy. Let me tell you, you're not going crazy. The illusionary world that you've been living in is fracturing and shattering around you. That's what's happening. It's not you. You're just waking up. You're becoming aware of a reality that you've been delusional about. There is a real realm. There is a place where we create things. And we're attempting to go out and mechanic those in the astral realm and move them back into the physical realm through this kind of an interaction, where we're connecting energies across the planet for the purpose of holding an energy field that contains the ability to do this. We create big portals with those energies. And they may be portals into other worlds, or they may be portals to each other within the planet. All kinds of things are being done in this time, and it's because our imaginations are rich with creative energy.
We can bring the dream of profound and inclusive well-being into reality, and dreaming doesn't negate our being a realist. In fact, it makes us more so, because of our real ability to create our best selves individually and collectively.
I'm enjoying listening to you two go.
I understand, me too. It's like, my goodness, can I just get her just to talk for like 20 minutes straight and just drink this up into the cocktail? And I do, when she's inspired, and she's a little on stage right now and loving it. Her face is just illuminated, and she's bubbly as she can be. And when I say bubbly, she says, no, I'm this stable, big energy that moves very methodical, and this is the energy I am, and I have compassion for all the humans on the planet that are awake and the ones that aren't. And all I want is for you to have the finest expression of who you are, Sam. And it's like, oh, my God. I mean, my mother. I mean, Sara. And then the one I can really embarrass her with is, Your Highness.
Oh. I want everyone uplifted.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Everyone needs to embrace their inner highness.
This is something Sam has bestowed on me, and I want everyone at their highest potential.
Yes. That's magical. It really is magical. Both of you, though, I need to brag on for just a second, because gratitude is what lifts our spirit. Susan, you've been a diligent worker in this arena. I love you, Susan.
I love you too, Sam. You're going to make me cry if you start, right?
you hold really, really big energy field, and you have for most of your life. And you've been invisible to a lot of people, but you've revealed yourself to many. Thank you.
Thank you, Sam.
Sara?
Yes.
We are creating worlds together, as you know. A new world where we're all going, that are resonating in a frequency that calls that into being. Whether it's here on this physical planet or in some other galaxy or universe, really becomes immaterial at some level. Because if we are exercising our highest potential, then that's where we get to go. I love you so much.
Love you too. I want to send this love and well-wishing as far and as profoundly as I can.
It seems to come every pore of your bodies and your mouths and your minds and your energy fields. And you guys become really big targets for people that want to bathe in that energy field. So it's infectious. You guys are like imprinting the collective at a massive level. You have to understand what you're doing. I know you understand what you're doing. That's the magic of it. We're talking the same language. It's not a fantasy world.
Thank you, Sam.
All right. Talk to you soon.